So someone said I should say grand rising. Okay, no more good mornings. Grand rising, everyone. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a beautiful weekend. Welcome to the channel of truth. This is Denzamos, and you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empath free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality. I talk about personal and self-development. And if that's what resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. If you guys have been with a narcissist, you know that these individuals, they are full of hate. This is the kind of hate, if you're an empath, you don't even know where this hate is coming from. Okay? Now, I discarded myself out of family dynamic a couple of years ago. And I left something what we could call inheritance, okay, money behind. When I was leaving, I was not even worried about the money. I was like, okay, my freedom is very important, my peace is so important, I need to get out. I did not care that money will come or not. It hasn't come even anyway until this moment. But I'm not even thinking about it, okay? The reason why I discarded myself out of the unit is because I unmasked a narcissistic parent. So the mask slipped. I saw the rage. I figured out the hate. That hatred I had not seen in so many years. That was inside of that person. And then obviously, I was like, I cannot handle this energy. I'm too empathic for that level of energy. I was out. I was on my way. It's been a couple of years, no contact, okay? I don't have any contact with the person. And so many members in the unit as well. For the basic reasons that it's important for me to heal and protect myself, okay? A few months ago, I was contacted by an ex back in the days. We used to, we dated back in the days. And this person told me they had gotten contact from the narcissistic parent. And the reason of this contact was that they had this inheritance, okay? Remember that I left this inheritance many years ago. And now all of a sudden, they have the inheritance for me. Oh, I have this inheritance, and I'm thinking about, I want to do this for Denzo. So make sure you get in contact with Denzo. Me, I know all these games that they play. I know the hoovers, how they work. I know the whole entire script. So they were using the inheritance because they thought that, oh, when they talk about this inheritance, I'm going to come running, I'll go running, and, all of a sudden, I'm getting into contact with them and stuff like that. I knew what they wanted, okay? But not only that, they didn't want to give me the inheritance. They wanted to buy something else for me. Not something that I want, something what they want, okay? So I told that individual, I told her, listen, tell that person, they know my bank account, they can send that inheritance to my account. I'm the one who's supposed to choose what I want to do with the money. You don't give somebody money and then you tell them, oh, because you may squander the money or whatever, so I'm going to do this for you instead. Now you're the one who is choosing. That is a very narcissistic tendency. They're the one who chooses how they want to do, what they want to do with that inheritance. So I was like, okay, I'm not falling for that. They know my bank account. They will send it. If they don't want to send that money, I'm okay with it. I'm not struggling. I'm not asking. So that person got in contact with the narcissistic parent. I'm telling you a story because I'm trying to come to something. When that person contacted the narcissist and told them, Denzo doesn't want those things they're trying to buy for them or offer for them, whatever. They want the cash. Okay. That is when this particular individual went into rage. So that's when now the second part of the mask slipped. Okay. But this time it was not sleeping with me. It was sleeping with that person who was trying to contact me in that time. So the person reached out to me and told me and told me what everything that happened. Oh, you know, I reached out to this individual. I told them what you thought would be done, because they told that individual that I had blocked them, which is the truth. I'm not speaking with them, so they don't have a way to communicate to me, but they have this inheritance. So they thought that when they come up with these inheritance stuff and things like that, I'll come running. I refused. That person blasted my ex. Oh, you know, this and this. So the person went into rage. Very, very tough rage. You know, actually, it is the first time that individual saw that this person was a very toxic individual. Okay. So the person told me that, listen, I've gotten back to the parent, and the parent told me, went into rage. I felt a very, very strong, very dark energy when there was, you know, they started, I think it was like they had a phone call, and that rage happened during the phone call. It was a very, very toxic call. And the person told the narcissist, listen, I don't have any business between you and Denzel. You need to find a way to communicate with Denzel. I don't have any say about what is going on here. You know what I mean? But there's one thing that person told me. The person told me that they recognized that hate they had never even encountered in anyone else. Hate is one of the things that you will realize with a narcissist. They have got that hate that you cannot explain. They hate everything. They hate the dog next door. They hate the neighbors next door. They hate somebody's cows. They hate somebody's house. They hate somebody's car. They hate everything. So this is what shows you that sometimes you're dealing with the wrong person. A person who can actually hate people who don't even have anything to do with them. So over the years, I've dealt with quite a good number of narcissists. Many of them, a couple of them actually. And I recognize one thing, that whenever I left those situationships, in that time I didn't even know there were situationships. So whenever I went out of those situationships, I used to hate these people. I would hate them with passion, you know. I really thank the universe for my awakening, because I've discovered so many things. You know, if I didn't know all these things, I could never be able to heal at this magnitude. I could hate these people. I was like, how could they do this? How could they do that? You know, most of the cases, there were these cheating cases whereby you catch them cheating or something like that. And I was always very hateful of these people. You know, I went to the next one. The same thing could happen. They hate. But anyhow, in the last entanglement, when I went through the discard, those feelings of hate returned. I was hating the person. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not think you hate a person. I hated the narcissist in that time. To an extent whereby even if I could see them, I would throw up. That is how much the hatred was. I could even throw up when I saw them. Now, on this healing journey, and by the way, that hatred kept a while to live, okay? It was something inside of me. I was very, very hateful of these people. Why would they do this? How could they do that? So I'm teaching you empaths. A lot of you guys who are going through the discard and you don't know this frequency of hate. It's a very, very low frequency. You can suffer with that frequency. It is very painful. You cannot do anything about it. You're watching them on social media, posting the new supply, going on holidays. They have bought new clothes. They bought a new car. They bought a new house. You could care less. The hate you are having for that individual. Because remember that before you met them, you was a very peaceful person. Because let me tell you something about empaths. Empaths are not on that vibration whereby they are just hating things for nothing. They don't hate people for anything, for nothing. You know? An empath can walk away without hating you. But when you leave a narcissist, you are going to leave a narcissist with a lot of hate within your soul. And that hate is going to be with you for quite a long period of time. It is going to feel like it cannot go away. Now I discovered that This hatred wasn't in my DNA. Because I knew that I was, this is not how I was back in the days. I knew that there is something I need to work on. Why am I feeling like this? There's the feeling you have, you want to grab them by your hands and throw them on the floor and, kick them to death. That is how you feel. Most of the times the empaths who are living narcissists, the energy you are feeling in that time, the hatred you're feeling, is not your energy. Let me explain. When you was with a narcissist, you was dealing with a very hateful individual. So most of the times, the longer you have been with them, you have also tapped into that frequency of hate. Now, we're talking about hate. We're not talking about all these other things that follow, whatever, jealousy, envy, and others. I'm just focusing on the hate. You have been with them long enough to tap into that frequency. If you have been with them for years, even post discard, you are going to realize there's a lot of hatred in your soul. You're even sometimes going to start hating on other people for no apparent reason. There's nothing they have done. Maybe it's at that time you are still an unhealed empath. You're still dealing with the discard, the trauma and everything, and now you're starting to hate people around you. That is how you're going to stay on that frequency. And let me tell you something, it's very, very dangerous for your healing. For you to be able to heal, you cannot heal when you have got a lot of hatred in your soul. I can promise you this. So, on this healing journey, I sat down by myself and I was thinking, okay, what do I need to do? So in that time I could feel like I hate these people so much, this individual. I did not know what I could do with myself. So slowly I started to recognize that I need to get out of this frequency because it was hindering my healing journey. Okay, it was hindering my healing process. Every time I was healing, I could go 2, 3 days, 4, 5 days, and I could go back into the hatred. So the hatred was intensive in that time. I prayed as much as I could. I started working on this hatred. I said, what if I stop hating this person? And instead, I would start learning from those lessons. Because you see, when you was with the narcissist, there was so many lessons you was learning. You was just not aware of them. As an empath, there was so many very powerful lessons that you were learning. You were just too blind to see those lessons. So that's when I say, okay, let me find out how can I get rid of this hate. What was the reason why was I feeling hateful for this particular individual? How about I stop this hatred and I start focusing on the lessons that I was supposed to learn out of that entanglement especially. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment I took that decision, I worked on it a few days. Of course, I started implementing new things in my life, doing new things, changing routines, a little bit, maybe even more exercising, reading, learning stuff, meditation and stuff like that. The frequency started to leave. Are you guys following? I realized that the more I started healing, the more I stopped being hateful of this particular individual. So I released them even energetically. I said, okay, let them be, and I will be. And I'm going to just keep on focusing on myself to heal. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment I got out of that hate frequency, my healing started to happen. It had already been happening, but this time I realized there was very, very big change. The way I would feel, you wake up with a very good energy. You're not thinking about your exes. You're not thinking about what they are doing, where are they going, what are they doing with their life. You was not even worried about it. You are in that frequency whereby it's a very peaceful frequency. So for a lot of you empaths, why am I teaching you this thing is like, you cannot heal. Okay, you can heal in so many different kinds of ways. But for you to be able to recover and heal fully after a narcissistic relationship, you are going to release the hatred. You are going to do what you can to get out of that hate frequency. Any moment you wake up one day and you feel in your mind that you hate someone, that is a very negative energy. That energy is going to keep you stuck. You're not going to heal. You need to learn everything you can do to make sure that you stop hating on anybody. Because you're embodying an energy that is not yours. You have picked up this energy from someone else. You've been with them for so long. That is what you could see, because the only thing they did was hate on you. Your parents hated on you, like I've told you the story of my parents. They have hated me ever since I was a kid. I was just too blind to see this, that they didn't even like me in the first place. Now I started to understand that this hatred, it was not my energy. It had nothing to do with me. Because you see, the narcissist will squeeze and crush your empathy. Because the narcissist wants you to be like them. And hatred is one of the things you are going to learn from those people. You are going to learn how to hate people for nothing. I've seen many times on these videos that I'm doing, I've seen people who are coming around and they start hating on me. How am I holding the camera? How am I moving that way? And I'm moving, I'm saying this, they don't understand. So they start showing this hatred. Normally, I'm not really judgmental. It's just because that I have already passed that. I'm way past that frequency whereby when I see those kind of things, I just remove them. You know, sometimes it may require me even sometimes to block some people. Because I know that energy and I can feel it. When a person is hateful of something and they are claiming to be an empath, then definitely I know I'm just dealing with an unhealed empath. Okay, so they are a very wounded empath and they have got an energy within them that sometimes hate other people who are very probably way healed than they are. Okay, so basically, empaths, on your healing journey, one of the things you're going to do, you need to find everything in your soul, all the power you have in your soul, to forgive the narcissist. Whenever you wake up and you want revenge, you want to go do this, or you want to treat them like that, or you want to do this, you want any resentment you have got in your heart is going to hinder your healing process. You're not going to heal. I can promise you this. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a very low frequency and it takes a very long time to shake off that frequency. It can take even months to shake off that frequency. The moment you wake up and you ask yourself, why do I hate this person? Why do I hate that one? Why do I hate this? You have got this hatred because somebody destroyed you or somebody abused you. Now you're projecting this hatred onto somebody else and they have got nothing to do with your situation. That is the energy of the narcissist. If you cannot get out of that energy, I can promise you, empaths, you cannot heal. And I'll talk this from experience. You cannot heal. You don't have any idea how many narcissists have I met over the years and what they have done to me. I've just given you an example of the ex-parent, narcissistic parent, who ran away with my inheritance. You know, I cannot tell you the sum of money, but it's a very big one. So basically, I probably should be the first one to hate them. You know, maybe that's what they wanted for me, that I should hate them because they didn't give me my inheritance. There was a share of inheritance going on. So maybe they wanted me to keep in that level, at that frequency, whereby I would continue to be hating on them because they didn't give me the energy, or the money and everything, stuff like that. I did not do that. I refused to do that. I refused to hate the narcissist for one particular reason. I was very desperate to heal. You see, when we're talking about this healing, a lot of empaths don't understand what is healing. It is very easy to speak. When you're talking about healing, it's so easy to speak that, oh, I'm going to start healing and I'm going to heal and I'm going to do that. I can promise you, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know what to do to heal, it's going to be very difficult. That's why they say that most of the times when you've been through abuse, this kind of toxic, whatever, narcissistic relationships, it is going to require you a lot of work. There's a lot of work to do. There is so many things you're going to have to work on, and sometimes you need the guidance. Okay, you need to know what you need to do. How do you need to start this journey? Because it's a journey in its entirety. So basically, you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, empaths out there, do not hate. Let me repeat this one more time. I've been there. Everything you're trying to explain, I've seen it myself. I know what they have done. We can talk about that the whole year. I've been talking about narcissistic abuse for the last 4 years. I know everything in detail. Do not hate. Let me repeat this. Do not hate the narcissist. You're going to heal very fast. That energy has got nothing to do with you. The hatred that you're feeling in your soul is the hatred, the energy you've picked up from that individual. Let that energy go. That is how you're going to heal very fast. You'll be surprised with yourself. You will even surprise yourself. So all I could say is that one of the things, the components, not all of them, one of the things I had to do to accelerate my healing journey is to get out of that hate frequency. You can go on the chart, the frequency chart, and you will see where the hatred lies. The hatred is on the very low frequency. So most of the times, This is what the narcissist wants you to be. They want you to be on that frequency whereby you are hateful, because that's what they are. That's who they are. So they also want you to share that energy with them so that you can be at that frequency whereby you are hateful of everything. That is where they want you to be, because they don't want you to heal. You get out of that frequency, I can promise you in a very short time, you're going to see healing happen in your life. That is what it takes. One of the things it will take for you to start healing yourself after narcissistic abuse. Do not hate the narcissist. Don't hate anyone. Love yourself enough to stay away, block them and release them, okay? Go no contact and everything. We have already talked about that. Isolate yourself and start healing. Work on the hatred. Get that hatred out of your energy. You cannot heal. It will take you a very long period of time. You will be asking yourself a question, why have I been healing for 5 years? It is because you have not released that hatred out of your heart. Release that hatred out of your heart. You're going to heal very fast, my dear empaths. So let us know what you think about this video in the comment section below. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate your support. Book a session, please. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Denzel signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.